one that I just learned that I am farsighted. Cameron told me.
Oh, yes.
You know, I always got that confused. Nearsighted, farsighted.
Yes.
So I always had very good vision. Never wore glasses. But of course, as you get older, you know, you need reading glasses, right? But today, I forgot my glasses, reading glasses. And so Cameron asked me, Kristen, are you nearsighted or farsighted? I said, I don't know, but I can see far away. And Cameron suggested that I put the book far away. And that's what I'm doing now. And I can see very well.
You can read it.
Thank you, Cameron.
Awesome, yes. So farsighted is when you see things far away, very clearly.
Yeah.
And if you can only see things when they are close to you, you say nearsighted.
Yes. And your vision is still good, right?
Because I got LASIK.
Oh, that's right.
So I used to have, from a young age, from second grade in elementary school.
You wore glasses, I remember.
Yeah. And I was always nearsighted.
You were nearsighted. Got it.
That's usually how it is. When you're younger and you have eye problems, you're usually nearsighted.
Okay.
And when you get older, you usually get farsighted.
Farsighted. Okay. So I can see everything very clearly. We're good.
Very good.
Okay. Catching up with an old friend sounds like a lot has changed. So if you see a friend that you haven't seen in 20 years or 25 years, of course, there's a lot of changes, right?
Yeah. I would be more worried if after 20 years...
You're the same.
There was no change.
Oh, yeah. Something's wrong with you.
Come on. Yeah.
I know. All right. So take time off.
This means that you are not working, or if you're a student, not studying, and you're either going to relax or you have another activity you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like taking a break, but not like a 10-minute break, but maybe it could be a month, a year. Work one's way up.
This is whenever you enter a company and you start at a low position and you slowly get promoted and get bigger and bigger positions in the company.
Okay. Never took someone for something. Ooh, this is interesting.
This means I never thought of you as this type of person.
Ooh, okay. Okay, we're going to see how it's used in just a bit. Why don't we go ahead and listen to our daily life dialogue?
Besides university, what have you been doing for the past 20 years?
Well, I got married when I was 30. We had a girl last year. So I'm taking time off from my law practice for a few years.
Congratulations. I have 2 boys, aged 6 and 4. I spent 15 years working my way up the corporate ladder with an aerospace company.
I never took you for the aerospace type.
Me neither. But I had to use my engineering degree somewhere.
Sounds like a lot has changed.
Okay, Jason begins by saying, besides university, what have you been doing for the past 20 years? So what have you been doing? Yeah. And Petra says, well, I got married when I was 30. We had a girl last year. So I'm taking time off from my law practice for a few years. Okay, so of course in 20 years, many things can happen. And Petra got married. She had a daughter.
Yes.
And she's taking time off.
Yes.
Here, it's taking time off for a few years, so it could be a few years.
Right.
Oh.
So to take some time off, it is taking a break from work or from school, but it is often a longer period of time.
Yeah.
You're not talking about a minute or an hour. You're talking about, at the very least, days, but most likely weeks or months or sounds like she's been doing it for years now.
Okay. So if you're a student and you take some time off, it could be 2 semesters, 3 semesters, maybe a semester.
Yeah. Yeah, taking some time off. Maybe you want to travel for a little bit.
Yeah.
So you'd be taking some time off.
Yeah.
And if you work in the corporate world, you may hear PTO, which stands for paid time off. And that's talking about your vacation days.
Okay.
So if you have 10 days PTO, that means that you have 10 days that are paid vacation days.
Okay.
That you don't have to, make up. Maybe you get more days of vacation, but they won't be paid. But that paid time off will be, you receive your salary as normal.
Okay. So in that sense, they're specifically like holiday vacation.
Yes.
But when I hear this expression, take time off, I feel like it's kind of a very personal decision to just, maybe you have family, issues or maybe health related issues where you have to kind of take some time off to rest or to travel.
Yes.
I get that sense.
Yeah.
In this expression.
Yeah, it does seem like you are you need to recharge mentally.
Yeah.
Or you have some other goal or activity you need to be doing.
Right. Maybe you're going to go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to be an author, so you need to take time off.
Yes.
To write your novel.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, let's continue.
Congratulations. I have 2 boys, aged 6 and 4. I spent 15 years working my way up the corporate ladder with an aerospace company.
Okay, so we know that Jason works at an aerospace company.
Yes.
And he's got 2 kids. And he worked his way up the corporate ladder.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure our listeners have heard this expression, go up the corporate ladder.
Yes.
But work your way up. What does this mean?
This means that you are making your way up. You are slowly going up this corporate ladder, going up the hierarchy of the company. So you start as a low-paid employee, then you become, I don't know, maybe you get a small promotion, then you work up to being a manager, and then, who knows, maybe you make it all the way to CEO, CFO.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
But it's not something like you just drop in and get a big position in the company.
Yeah.
You slowly get a bigger position.
Right.
More promotions over time, and so we call that working your way up.
Yeah, so it's almost like there's a lot of effort required to go up this ladder.
Yeah.
It's not just like, and you're like, boom, I'm president.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you work your way up. It's a slow and steady process.
Yeah, and I don't think people don't really do this anymore. You just go to a new company.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of now in the U.S., they say you should change companies every 3 years.
Really?
Because they aren't going to promote you.
Ah.
They're not, or they'll promote you, but they won't pay you as much.
Oh.
So now the trend is to switch. To jump to different companies. I think basically the only place where people work their way up now is like politicians.
Really?
You start as like a city politician.
Right.
Then you become like state or a local.
And
then you become a national politician.
National, yeah.
Maybe you make it to president. That would be the only place, I think.
Yeah. I think a lot of young people they don't have the goal of working their way up a company. It's like, what are they going to give me now? For a couple of years, and then, okay, good, fine.
Well, I think it's both. One, maybe younger people don't want to work their way up.
Yeah.
Maybe the company wouldn't give them a promotion anyway. Because there are a lot of stories of people really sacrificing for the company and just getting no recognition.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so to work your way up, and Petra says, that's impressive. I never took you for the aerospace type. Okay, our power pattern today is that's impressive.
Yes.
We like this word impressive. What is this saying?
So this is similar to saying like that's cool or that's amazing, but we use impressive because we're talking about an accomplishment that Jason has had.
Yeah.
And you don't want to sound like, wow, you're cool.
Right.
I'm a teenager. Blah, blah, blah. Impressive is a way of saying, wow, you worked hard and accomplished something.
Right.
And I'm remarking on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is an interesting expression. Never or take someone for something.
Yes.
Okay. So I never took you for the aerospace type. In other words, what is this saying?
So I never took you for blah means I never thought of you as this type of person.
Yes.
I didn't think you were this type of person.
Yeah.
And in this case, It's the aerospace type. So here, type, we're talking about type of person.
Right.
She's basically saying, I didn't think you liked
Aerospace.
airplanes
Yeah.
and spaceships.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I didn't think you would be good at, aerospace engineering.
Right.
Is what she's saying with,
Yeah.
I never took you for the aerospace type.
So this is not just referring to a certain type of person, like personality-wise, but we're using this as kind of like, the fashion type, or the banker type,
Yeah.
or the stockbroker type.
Or the family guy type.
Yeah, the family guy type.
The family man type.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how it's used. Type is our power vocab. And then Jason says, me neither, but I had to use my engineering degree somewhere.
Yes. And then Petra ends with, sounds like a lot has changed.
Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Besides university, what have you been doing for the past 20 years?
Well, I got married when I was 30. We had a girl last year, so I'm taking time off from my law practice for a few years.
Congratulations. I have 2 boys, age 6 and 4. I spent 15 years working my way up the corporate ladder with an aerospace company.
I never took you for the aerospace type.
Me neither. But I had to use my engineering degree somewhere.
Sounds like a lot has changed.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 106 and 107. Take time off means that you're going to stop working or study.
Yeah.
And the reason is, it could be many reasons, but probably personal reasons.
Yes.
Okay, or health reasons. My wife is really sick. I wish we weren't so busy at the restaurant.
You should take some time off to be with her. I'll find someone to cover your shifts.
Yeah. So maybe there's someone in your family who's sick. Maybe you're sick. You need some time off.
Yes.
After she finished high school, Julia took time off to travel before going to university. So like the example that you gave us before,
Yeah.
wanting to travel
Yes.
to take time off.
What they call like a gap year.
A gap year, yeah.
Yeah. So
What's that?
A gap year is some people in the United States, and especially like British people, between high school and university, they will take 1 year to travel. And maybe it's a work holiday situation, or it could just be a volunteer activity, or it could just be for fun. But they take 1 year that they aren't going to school. They're just experiencing the world.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but you lose your scholarships.
Well, that is true. Okay, so instead of doing it after high school, how about doing it after college? Could that be a gap year or no?
I guess technically it could, but I feel that, you by that point you got to start working.
Yeah, true.
And it is a little more free as far as when you start working, so it doesn't feel like an actual gap. It just feels like you want to take a long vacation.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's more like vacation now. Okay.
But I will feel like with this take time off, it has to be for things that are generally an obligation.
Yeah.
So work and school, I almost don't know if you could use this in like a volunteer way.
Like you couldn't take time off being a mom.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No,
Right.
you can't.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that, like, you're always having to do, right?
Right.
But, I mean, like, let's say you are, on the weekends, you volunteer, and you're, like, the leader of a volunteer group.
Okay.
Picking up trash. But you're really busy.
Yeah.
I don't think you can take time off from that.
Yeah. Very awkward.
Because even though the volunteer activity is a great thing to do, it is something you are kind of electing, you're choosing to do.
Yes.
Whereas this feels like you're taking time away from a 100% obligation.
Yes.
Work and school. Stuff like that.
And the reasons why you would take time off, that's up to you. It could be because you had a mental breakdown.
Burnout.
You're sick. You need to refresh.
You're going to go on a meditation trip.
Oh, yeah, right. All of those things. If you work your way up, it's like you're starting from the bottom and then going to a managerial position.
Yes.
Okay. Is it true that you worked your way up to CEO from the mailroom?
Yep. It took 25 years, and I did every job along the way.
There are people, our mothers and fathers have done that.
Yeah.
These days, not so much.
I think Yeah, it used to be that thing like you didn't need a college degree. You just go to the company and say, I want to work hard.
Yeah.
And they're like, I like your spirit. I like your personality.
Yeah.
I'll work as a janitor, clean the bathrooms.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Jake worked his way up through the company to become director of sales. These situations, I really have no idea what it's like. I've never been in that situation. I've been a freelancer for so long.
Both of us, we kind of worked our way up through EBS. You were a reporter.
True.
And I was a guest.
Yes.
A morning special. Mm-hmm. And then we slowly got bigger and bigger jobs. Mm-hmm. So even though we're freelancers, I guess we did kind of work our way up.
Yeah.
Because you can also, you can also work your way up through an industry.
Yes.
Like as a voice actor, you start as like no one knows you, but then you slowly get bigger jobs, and then you become really, like
well known.
Like there's that one voice actress. She's really known for Pororo. She's like super rich.
Yeah. Right. Super rich. Yeah.
But she didn't start like that.
Yeah. That is true.
Worked her way up in the industry.
Okay. So you can work your way up in the industry. It doesn't mean that it has to be within a company.
Yes.
Very good to know. Okay. This expression we need to explain. Never took someone for something. So let me give you the sample dialogue.
Yes.
I just got my order from Good Books. I can't wait to start reading one of them.
I never took you for a bookworm.
So what are you saying?
You're saying I didn't think you liked books.
Okay, yeah.
You don't seem like someone who reads a lot.
That's right. I never took Jane for an artist.
Yeah. Oh. She wears a business suit.
Yeah, I never thought she was an artist.
Yeah.
Or a singer. So it's kind of like your initial impression of someone, it's different from who they really are.
Yes.
I never took you for.
Yeah.
Okay. That's impressive is our power pattern today, which means, wow, amazing.
Yes, but a little more professional. Or a little more adult sounding.
Yes. That's impressive. I bet you can lift a car over your head.
That's impressive. It took me 2 tries to pass the law exam.
Okay.
You're giving a compliment, but it's actually like, wow.
I respect you.
Accomplished something. Yeah, I respect you.
Yes.
That's a great way to say that.
That's right. Okay. Check out our vocab type, okay, a certain type on page 108. And let's quickly thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취업과 승진을 위한 토익 스피킹 응시권을 드립니다.
And please stop by
audio